they'd just given birth, and they were going to the bathroom, and their uterus had fallen out of them.
How much do you think you know?
A decent amount, I would say.
Well, I'm a woman, so...
I think like everybody is like, I like to think I know a lot, but I probably know fuck all.
I know a decent amount, to be fair, yeah, because we did it like a lot of science and stuff, but they didn't really give you a lot of information.
So can you tell me what is a period?
Oh, it's awful, that's what it is.
It's part of the menstrual cycle, and it's where the uterus lining is
Preparing to have a baby with a unfertilized egg, but of course, if it's not fertilized, then the lining of the uterus, which would normally create the womb, basically, it has to come out one way.
basically bleed every month. Dude, you can't stand up. If you stand up, it's like floodgates. Like you can't. It cannot be held in.
I did not know this. You're educating me.
I don't like using tampons. I don't like using them because it looks weird. I really don't like the look of it.
It just comes in like a plastic. Just comes as plastic, doesn't it? And then there's the clothy white bit.
It's essentially like a little plug for your vagina, and it just goes into like the vaginal canal, and then it sort of soaks up the blood, and you take the wrapper off, and then you push the bottom, depending on what brand it is. It's usually like a blue plastic, and then it goes in, and then it expands with the blood, and then you just pull it out. There's like different sizes depending on your flow and like how heavy your thing. It's not the size of your vagina, which people think.
What colour is period blood?
Red.
I mean, during its stages, it's different colours. It can be a light pink
It can be like reddy brownish most of the time.
Or like dark red.
or black, basically. Just likes to go through the colour wheel.
What parts make up female anatomy?
You've got uterus,
My brain just went egg sac, and I was like, that's not right.
ovaries, that's the word.
I'm trying, but my brain doesn't want to, apparently.
Vagina,
Clitoris.
clitoris.
The clitoris.
It's called a labia.
I know everything. I know this, and I'm like, oh, of course I'm old enough to talk about it. But then my brain's just like, no. I've suddenly forgotten.
How would you clean a vagina?
Not with scented products.
Why not?
Because that's very bad for you, and it can make you smell weird.
Do you know what happens to the vagina during sex?
I know that it gets wider and wetter. It's the best way I can explain it.
You have sex without penetration.
I'd say so, yeah. I think it depends how you define sex, because everybody defines sex differently.
Not sexual intercourse, but yes. A lot of people think that you have to have penetration to have sex, but at the same time, you don't have to do that when you're not comfortable with it.
I think personally there is a big stigma around it, and I think that many people don't really know. Many people don't really know and actually take their time out, actually take their own time out and try to really get to know the actual female anatomy. But most of the time it's just very ignorant on certain things, what they think is true. But they choose just not to actually look into it.
I had somebody once ask me, like, what does a period mean for me as a trans person? And to me, it bothers me, but it doesn't bother me in the way that they'd expect. From a perspective of like gender dysphoria and like trying to feel comfortable in my own body, how do I put this? I think because of how I was brought up with the information that I was told, being told by many different people about it, I've never fully understood a period in itself, let alone myself in my own body. I've never understood it, and I'm still learning.
I think at school as well, like they don't teach the boys about it. Like they separate them, and I think it's ridiculous because they should know just as much as we should. Because otherwise, how are they going to know? Like if they've got sisters and their girlfriends, like what to do if they come up to them, oh, this is not like this is wrong. Like how would you know what to do? No. It really aggravates me that when it's summer, a man could take his top off and have his boobs out, but then a woman can't. Which obviously I don't think I would want to, but it's like, why is that? Why am I going to get arrested for that? Only difference is, it's like they're offended by the nipple, I think.
You got anything else you'd like to add?
Grow up and let us talk about periods.